And good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Waterloo High School, where the biggest rivalry in local varsity basketball is being renewed tonight with a ticket to the big house on the line as Clyde-Savannah squares off with the Lions in the Section 5 Class 2 semifinals. I'm Jim Sinacropi alongside my broadcast partner for tonight, Kevin Korzaneski, and we're underway with Lions winning the early tip. And DJ Long in the paint, rolls off the rim, rebound, loose to Deon Tarver, who traveled. Well, Kevin, we've got on in the nick of time, and welcome.
Hey, Jim, glad to be here tonight and to watch these two great teams play, great programs. Lions obviously undermanned. Clyde's a little undermanned. Cam DeSanto was on the bench to start. His playing time will be determined, I imagine, on the outcome of the early on this game.
And Clyde has the ball inside in the paint, and it's Jason Doig off a Bogan miss. And Clyde leads 2-0. Clyde brings it across the timeline. It's Deon Tarver, gives it up to Damian Scott, who's playing the point guard role for injured Damon Hunter. He was last year's Class C2 Section 5 MVP. And Justin Olsen turns it over to Faniel. Joey Faniel gets it back from Doig and misses the layup. Bogans with a 10-footer off the rim, no good. Rebound, Faniel, no good. Michael Turner with the offensive putback, no good. And it's Damian Scott who comes down with it, but his foot was on the line. Clyde basketball.
Yeah, early on, Clyde really hammering the boards, and Lyons isn't really doing a good job boxing out. Lions very small. Clyde not as big without DeSanto, but still bigger than the Lions team, and they really attacked on the glass of that possession.
So Doig running the point at the top of the key for Clyde. For Clyde, it's Jason Doig, Joe Faniel, Cal Felker starting for Cam DeSanto, Jomaine Bogan, and Michael Turner. Doig pulls up from just inside the three-point arc, air ball, and it'll be Lions basketball.
They rushed that one a little bit, Jim, maybe a little nervous, not usually getting the start. He plays a lot for Clyde, but not used to starting, and the environment isn't that great. I mean, the crowd's good, but it's not the Minders Clyde game from last year. There's a lot of room in some of the sections here in Waterloo. I think a lot of people think Clyde's going to run away with this, but with DeSanto being out, if Clyde can get hot, or Lions can get hot, they'll stay right in it with him.
And Damian Hunter pump fakes up top of the key, gets it right side to DJ Long. Dribbles around the perimeter, back to Scott. Scott penetrates into the lane, finds a wide open Justin Olsen for three, no good off the rim. Rebound. Lions, Damian Scott corrals it, work it around. And DJ Long for three. 3-2 Lions. 5:31 left in the first quarter here in Waterloo High School.
Good possession by Lions. They got a nice offensive rebound, a kick out, and a swing to open DJ Long. DJ Long and Damian Scott are going to have to play great tonight, Jim.
Clyde working around the outside. Jason Doig to Bogans. Bogan tries to pull up from 19, and it's stripped by Scott. Outlet to DJ Long. Long thinks the better of it, going 1-on-3 against Clyde, and a foul on Jason Doig with the reach. So 3-2, good start for Lions. We mentioned Damon Hunter out and Josh Desane out for Lions and Nick Farah out for Lions. So,
yeah,
neither team's at full strength.
That's three big losses for Lions, and they're obviously a lot more underhand than Clyde is. Clyde is missing Cam DeSanto, which is huge, but he may be available to play. And that's only one kid compared to the three for Lions.
Lions working against man-to-man defense. Damian Scott hits the three from the right wing, and it's 6-2 Lions. And here comes Clyde back down the court. Doig running the point, finds Faniel on the left side, dribbles top of the key. Back to Doig right side, inside at the block to Bogan. Blocked by DJ Long. Scramble for the ball. It's a tie-up in the corner. What's the call? Jump ball.
That was a great block by DJ Long. It looks like Long and Scott have really come to play, Jim. I mean, these guys are playing intense. They're in Clyde's face. They're not ready to give up. They know they're missing a couple players, but they're bringing a lot of effort, and it's nice to see for Lyons.
Looks like they got a foul on Joey Faniel cutting through the lane.
Turner. I think that's on
Turner.
Yep.
You're right. Turner.
Legal screen.
Against Deion Tarver, and now Lyons winning ball on their own baseline, facing full court pressure.
Full court man. No, it's a box press here.
Scott gets it up across court to Tarver. Tarver dribbles left side, wearing some pink sneakers tonight. Damian Scott gets the ball top of the key, tries to penetrate against Faniel, gets it out to the corner to Olsen. Olsen back to Long for three. Good! And the Lions are up 9-2. Timeout. Coach Tim Jackson for Clyde-Savannah. And Corsi, what a start.
This is great for Lyons. DJ Long with 2 quick threes, Scott with another, and all baskets have been assisted on by Lyons. They need these other kids to step up, and the first one I want to talk about, a JV call-up, Deion Tarver. He was a little nervous, but he's out there, he's playing well now. We'll see. I like that Clyde's pressing these guys, okay? And then also out there for is Justin Olson for Lyons. He's got 2 assists to start. He's penetrating, getting in the paint, and he's kicking out to a wide-open DJ Long. Yep. How do you leave DJ Long wide open when they really have 2 offensive threats out there tonight?
Well, I talked to Coach Zach Young, and he said they need to do 2 things: control the ball and handle the pressure and make threes. So they've made 3 of them so far. It accounts for all 9 of their points. 9-2 Lions, 4 minutes left, first quarter. Now Clyde-Savannah is 19-0, undefeated, and Lyons is in position to strike a major blow in this rivalry.
Absolutely. It's early, but it's a good start for Lyons. And we're sorry we can't provide any video tonight.
Yeah, Section 5 regulations. It's going to be an audio-only stream tonight. And Doig gets it down to Bogans. Bogans back to Doig, top of the key. Hands off to Faniel for 3. Joey Faniel hits the 3, and it's 9-5. Lions leads. So Clyde calls off the press.
That appeared to me that it was only 2, Jim. We don't have any vision. They did give him a 3. He put it up. The single was 3, but he looked like he was on the line.
Deion Tarver for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Michael Turner. Tipped away by Tarver, but eventually controlled by Doig, who dribbles off his foot. Lions basketball. And boy, the Lions crowd came prepared to make some noise tonight.
Yeah, you know, I look around 2-3 sections has Lions people in it. 1 section's full of Clyde, and they're pretty quiet early on here.
So 9-5, 3:21 left, first quarter. Winner of this game goes to the Class C2 Finals at Blue Cross Arena on Saturday. And DJ Long has it right side, looking for Scott. Calls him over, hands it off. Got Damian Scott, Justin Olson, Deion Tarver, DJ Long, and TJ Smith on the court for the Lions right now. Scott controlling the ball up top. Finds Tarver left side, guarded by Doig. Working it around, it's Olson. Top of the key, right side to Scott. Scott dribbles top of the key. Surveying the zone defense from Lyons. Scott for 3, he's bumped, no call. Off the rim, no good, out of bounds. Clyde ball.
Yeah, Damian Scott kind of jumped into that shot a little bit, but there was contact, 50-50 call, doesn't go Lions' way, goes to Clyde.
So no substitution so far in this first period of play. 2:42 left, 9-5. Faniel, top of the key, thought about a shot, thought better of it. Oh, Michael Turner has come out. Oh, it's a steal by DJ Long. All around breakaway, lays it up and in. 11-5.
DJ Long with 8 quick points here for Lions. We got 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and DJ Long's having himself a game already.
And he's their senior leader. He's the one that's going to have to do it if they're going to pull this upset tonight.
Lions really backing off Jason Doig, daring him to shoot the 3-point shot. They're picking him up, not even guarding him when he's out there on the line.
And Doig into the lane. Gets it out to Felker. Felker top of the key. We got a foul.
We got a foul on Damian Scott, a hole off the ball, and that one caught me off guard a little bit.
So Jarrett Murray into the ball game. He's just a freshman for the Clyde-Savannah
He's probably
Golden
a
Eagles.
JV call-up, Jim. I would imagine that he has checked in for Michael Turner, Jarrett Murray has, and he's a freshman that would play JV this year.
Inbounds to Bogans, guarded by DJ Long. Gets it out top to Felker. Felker across court to Doig. Doig in the corner for Murray. Bogan working on DJ Long, takes an 18-footer off the rim, no good. Rebound Scott, and here come the Lions, but Scott thinks better of it, pulls it back up. Thought they might have had numbers there.
Yeah, Lions, I don't know if they want to get out and run tonight because of their bench. You know, they don't have a deep bench. They got kids out. They got JV kids playing.
Zach Young wanted to use that Boston College-Syracuse game as a template for his Lions tonight, he told me. So Clyde in a 2-3 zone. Inside to Scott, who traveled. That's not Scott. That's DJ Smith, the 6'1 junior forward. 1:27 left. Lions 11, Golden Eagles 5. And Jason Doig brings it across half court. Lions playing man-to-man defense. Doig finds Bogan in the corner, guarded by DJ Long, up top to Felker. Felker across to the near side to Damian Scott, and Faniel lets fly from 18, no good. And they got an over the back call.
I believe that's on Jason Doig. That's going to be his second.
Now it looks like Clyde might come back with some more full court pressure. DJ Long set to inbound.
Jarrett Murray checks out, and Michael Turner's back in the game.
Lions moving left to right, wearing the maroon solid away jerseys. Clyde in home whites, being the higher seed. And Damian Scott brings it across the timeline and will set up the offense. Scott guarded by Jarrett Murray, so we got a senior guarded by a freshman there. Zach Young's got to like that matchup. Off a pick from Long, Scott works left, dishes it off, gets it back from Tarver. Now Long pump fakes out to Scott for three. Good! 14-5, Lions. Leads in. Tarver almost with a steal off of Doyle, but he gets it away to Faniel. And Clyde-Savannah ready to go to work with just 21 seconds left in the first period. Inside to Bogan, and he lays it off the rim and misses. Rebound. Turner, he wanted a foul, he didn't get it. But Bogan with the put back and the foul. Did they give Bogan that bucket? It didn't look like they did. It still says 5 on the scoreboard.
They'll put it up there. They counted the bucket, 14-7. Clyde was down here in a 1-3-1 last possession, and they got a great look for Damian Scott, and then nice entry pass into Bogan's down here, and he just hammered the boards on a couple misses. Turner got one too.
Bogan's free throw is up and good. So Bogan's first 3 points of the game makes it 14-8 in favor of Lions. 12 seconds left on the clock. Scott in no hurry over to DJ Long. He takes a look at the clock with 8 seconds, drives the lane, pump fakes, fade away, no good off the front rim, rebound Bogan. 2 seconds left on the clock. He lets fly from half court. Off the backboard, no good. And at the end of 1 period of play, it's Lions 14, Clyde-Savannah 8, and we'll be right back on FingerLakes1.tv.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Jody Torrio. If you're like me, you've got stuff lying around the house that you want to recycle, but you're just not sure how, like broken toasters, vacuum cleaners, or microwaves. At Seneca Meadows, we have a drop-off for those. Bring in anything with a cord, and we'll make sure it's recycled properly through our partnership with 2TRG. It's that easy.
And welcome back to Waterloo, New York, Waterloo High School, site of the Section 5 Class C2 semifinals between Lyons and Clyde, both from the Wayne County League tonight, meeting in the postseason. And Clyde with a 14-8 lead, and Scott has it stolen by Faniel, lays it off the rim, and it's 14-10. Clyde coming with full court pressure. Zach Wonder inbounds to Damian Scott. Lyons right now has Zach Wonder, Damian Scott, DJ Long, Deion Tarver, and TJ Smith. And Tarver drives baseline and throws it away. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Got 2 turnovers by Lyons here to start. It was a great steal by Faneuil, taking it right away from Scott. Scott didn't challenge the layup, but also he got a wide open layup. The Clyde crowd trying to get their team going here, down 4. And the one thing that you got to, DeSanto hasn't checked in yet, so you wonder if he's even going to play. I mean, they were down 9-2.
He's dressed. He's on the bench sitting next to his dad, assistant coach. And Faneuil lets a 3 fly off the rim, in and out. Rebound by Doig. Out top to Felker for 3. Top of the key, air ball. Faneuil goes for the save, but he was on the line. It'll be Lions basketball. And yeah, Cam DeSanto, he's the Upstate Hoops podcast Wayne Finger Lakes Player of the Year. He's a 1,000-point scorer, 3-year starter. And they say he could play.
But
if needed.
In order to make a long run, I'm sure they're trying to be very careful with him. And their goal all season was not to win the semis in Class C2. It was to win sectionals and make a run at state. And that last 3, actually, Jim, was taken by the freshman, Jarrett Murray, who's gotten a lot of playing time here early on. He doesn't look like a freshman.
No, he's a big kid. Lyons tries to inbound against full court pressure, and Doig knocks it out of bounds. We'll try it again.
I like how Clyde is picking up full court man-to-man. Lyons doesn't have a deep bench, and he's just trying to run these DJ Long and Damian Scott tired, and if they can do that, they'll have great success in the second half.
Having trouble getting it in. That's a 5-second call on Lyons. It'll be 14-10 Clyde basketball.
They got a timeout, Jim.
They did get the timeout. They did get the timeout.
There's a 3-man ref tonight, so there was a ref right in front of Coach Zach Young, and he called the timeout before the ref on the baseline heard it.
Tim Jackson doesn't like it.
Well, it doesn't matter what you like. That's what you got to deal with a 3-man official. These guys haven't had 3 officials all year.
Right.
So he's got 1 official sitting right in front of his bench. That's the benefit of it.
Yeah.
The con of it is you got 3 guys that haven't worked 3 games together. They don't do it a lot. They do it in some scrimmages early on. And then you got 3 different refs with kind of 3 different feels for the game, just like we saw in the Duke-Syracuse game the other night.
Which we might talk about at halftime.
I hope not.
Now, Kevin's a Duke fan, and I'm a Syracuse fan, so you'll get 2 sides of that conversation. Lyons needs to break this pressure and get another basket here. 14-10, 7:16 left, second quarter. Long inbounds to Adam Van Buskirk, who just checked into the game. Cross court to Zach Wonder. Wonder finds Scott. Scott drives baseline, dishes it back out. It's Van Buskirk driving left side, double pump, and lays it in. There's 2 for Van Buskirk, the junior forward, and Bogan's on the run out. Gets it right back, 16-12. Lyons leads over Lyons. And easy press break here for Lyons as Van Buskirk gives it back to Scott, and it looks like Lyons wants to slow it down just a bit. Clyde will try to do that after a made basket. Bogans will try to run out, and they try to hit him with a baseball.
Yeah, that's a great secondary break there, and a little bit of contact. Lions wanted to charge.
Loose
great
ball, tied up, looks like a jump ball. Van Buskirk and Doig got tangled up at the top of the key, and possession arrow goes to Clyde-Savannah. So with 6:29 left second period, it's 16-12. Lions holding on to the lead. Yet to score, or they only did score this quarter on Buskirk's double
That was a great
clutch.
take by Van Buskirk. He came right in off the bench first time he got in the game, took it right down the lane, and it was a good little finish.
They're giving Doig a 3 if he wants it, but he doesn't. Gives it off to Faneuil. Faneuil dribbles left side, then spins around, heading back top of the key, through the lane, double clutch, up, off the rim, and in. 16-14. And full court pressure by Clyde. Ball inbounded to Van Buskirk. He gets it tapped away by Doig, and Faneuil comes up with it, and Clyde-Savannah with a chance to tie. They settle thing. Doig gives it back to Faneuil. Faneuil off a pick from Turner, drives the lane again, dishes it out. Stolen by DJ Long. He's driving down the right side against Michael Turner. Off the glass and good. 18-14. And the officials
Not sure
here.
what the stoppage for is. I think he's warning TJ Smith for maybe talking a little bit too much. And what a great take by DJ Long, getting contested by Faneuil. Lions a little sloppy this quarter. Still with a 4-point lead, 18-14 with 5:45 to go, but they got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Doig with the ball top of the key. These two teams met twice in the regular season. Back on January 21st, it was Clyde winning 72-58. Doig inside to Bogans. He's hammered by DJ Long. He'll go to the line for 2. First time they met was back on December 10th, and that game at Lyons was a 1-point Clyde win. So in a 19-0 Clyde-Savannah season back on December 10th, they snuck one out. against this Lions team, who was at full strength back then. As you mentioned, they're missing Damon Hunter, their starting point guard. Bogan hit the first free throw. And we'll be at the Blue Cross Arena tomorrow night for a pair of doubleheaders with Geneva facing Northwest College Prep, and then Newark against Batavia. Bogans makes both free throws. He's perfect from the line. 16-8 Lions over Clyde. Now Lions will try to inbound against full court pressure. Ball inbounded to Justin Olson. He works against Cal Felker, and he throws it away. Stolen by Turner. And Bogans dribbling up right side. The big guy pulls up, gives it back to Doig, and Clyde will reset. If Doig wants that three-pointer, he's got it anytime he wants it, anywhere on the court. But he steps inside the line and pump fakes.
They're daring him to shoot it, and he doesn't want anything to do with it.
Spaniel with the ball out top, guarded by Dion Tarver. Doig in the corner, back to Faniel. Faniel, top of the key, now dribbling left side. Cross court to Doig.
Now he's got to shoot.
He pulled up for 19 and missed it. Found Michael Turner. Takes an 18-footer off the rim. No good. Loose ball, and it looks like another tie-up between Michael Turner and TJ Smith.
Both teams working hard. I'm impressed with the intensity that both clubs are bringing. And, I thought there'd be a little better atmosphere here with the crowd, but it's still pretty good. Not great. So we'll see if that has anything to do with it as we go along. As the
big gymnasium here, about 80% full, and Clyde's working against more full court pressure. Damian Scott working one-on-one against Doig. Brings it across the mid-court line. And it looks like Clyde's now playing man-to-man defense. Pick from DJ Long, frees up Scott through the lane, dishes out to TJ Smith off his hand and out of bounds. That should have been an easy layup.
Yeah, TJ Smith bobbled that one. Great penetration and pass by Scott, and Smith couldn't handle it. He's got to catch that, go up and get that too. Lions needs every one of those opportunities to knock off Clyde tonight.
4:20 left, second quarter, 18-6 Lions. Doig at the foul line, dishes it to Turner, who takes one dribble, makes the shot, but it traveled. Lions basketball. And it looks like Clyde's good. Without DeSanto, Clyde is not a deep team, and if they're going to be playing full court press on this court all night, that could play a factor.
Yeah, it's a big court, and there's probably more people here than it's been in either Lions-Clyde game all season. It just doesn't seem like it because the gymnasium's so big.
And Damian Scott works against Felker and pulls up from the foul line off the rim, no good. Rebound loose to Turner, who gets it and falls. TJ Smith had it for a moment, and here comes Faniel with it. 3-on-3. Faniel pulls up from 5 and hits. Tie game, 18-18, 3:45 left. DJ Long with the ball, working against Felker, trying to get it across the timeline, and he does. Dribbles into the lane, almost loses it, and does, and here's Faniel up ahead to Bogan. Bogan's clear. Off the glass and good, and the foul. 20-18.
For a second there, you thought Bogan was going to get a great dunk.
Yep, we've seen it before.
Yeah, then he was challenged by Smith, and he went, or I'm sorry, it wasn't Smith, it was DeAndre McDonald who was in the game. And Bogan's just made one heck of a finish. He got fouled hard, turned about halfway in the air and threw it over his head and got a great roll. It was a great finish by Bogans.
So 20-18, 3:31 left in the second period. Timeout Lions.
Joe Main Bogan with 9 so far. Joe Faniel with 9 so far. They have 18 of the 20 points for Clyde. The only other bucket is a 2-pointer from Jason Doig. So the big guns from Clyde really stepping up here, bringing them back in the game and giving them the 2-point lead.
Zach Young wanted to see other guys shoot besides the big three. Now DeSanto's out, so he's not going to be shooting, although we're not sure if we'll see him later on or not. The game's close, but it looks like Bogan and Faniel are doing all the damage for Clyde.
About out of those 18 points, I would say 10 have come off turnovers in transition. Faniel's got a couple easy buckets in transition. Bogan, that wasn't very easy, but it was in transition. And so I think Coach Young's doing a good job with his game plan in a half-court set.
Right.
But in transition, Clyde's really getting out and hurting them with their studs.
Well, Bogan set to head to the line. He's 3 for 3 on the night. Looking for his 10th point of the game, looking to give Clyde a 3-point lead. 3:31 left, second period here at Waterloo High School.
Chris Piet's just checked in for Lions.
And Bogan's hits.
Perfect from the line. 4 for 4.
Looks like they're going to put PA, Turner's going to guard PA, and Scott drives across the lane, gives it to McDonald, who gives it back to Scott, looks at a three, but no, gives it to DJ Long. He looks at a three, but no. Tarver takes it from the corner. No good. 2 Lions up for the rebound. McDonald got it, threw it off a Clyde defender. It'll be Lions ball under the basket. So we got DeAndre McDonald, Chris Pie, DJ Long, Damian Scott, and Dion Tarver in the ball game for Lions. And inbound over the head of everybody to Tarver, who then gets it to Scott. Clyde in man-to-man defense. Scott guarded by Joey Faniel. Now over to DJ Long, guarded by Bogan, giving up about 3 inches there. PA's got the ball top of the key, wing near side. Scott finds Tarver driving through the lane, couple of dribbles, loose ball. It'll stay here with Lions.
Yeah, great hustle by Jason Doig. He knocked it out loose, and then ball was going out of bounds. I didn't think he had a shot at it, but he did try and save it, diving on the floor. I'd like to see PA get a couple touches in the middle down there for Lions, see if they can get something off their. They're running a flex offense right now, Lions is.
Up top, jump ball stolen by Doig on the inbound. Off to Turner. Turner finds Faniel off the glass. Too hard, no good. Rebound, Turner. 23-18. And here comes Lions back the other way. Dion Tarver settles it down, gets it to Scott. This is not the pace that Zach Young wanted. And Lions finds himself down 5 with 2:24 left, second quarter. Right side to McDonald. McDonald gives it to Long. Long drives the lane, and he is mauled by Doig and Turner. Not sure who they gave the foul to. Looks like they gave it to Doig. Is that 3 on Doig or 2?
That was 2. I missed one earlier. Doig wasn't on Doig, but that's his second.
So DJ Long on the line looking for the Lions' 5th point of the quarter. And it rolls in and out.
Actually, that on the scoreboard is Doig's first. So he's only got 1.
So DJ Long.
Well, I think you said it, Jim. They don't want to run, and they're not really running. They're just getting turnovers and getting out in front. And Lions has to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Long hits the second free throw, 23-19. Lions or Clyde over Lions. 2:13 left, and Doig into the lane, and he traveled. So back to the Lions. Key 2 minutes of this ball game, Kevin, for Lions. They're down 4. They entered the period up 4, I believe, and let's see what they can do about this deficit heading into halftime. And they got a call.
Joe Faniel holding on the pick. Really holding Scott, giving him business, having a hard time. But they're just trying to tire Lions out, and it's working.
There he goes. Faniel with a steal. Ball's tied up. Scott and Faniel on the ground with it underneath the Clyde basket, and it is another jump ball.
That's about the 11th turnover for Lions. And some of them have forced good defense by Clyde, but others are just, they just are. Clyde's been relentless in their pressure, and I really like the game plan and strategy by Coach Jackson.
Doig inbounds to Faniel. Near side dribbles it back up to the top of the key. Guarded by Dion Tarver. 1:58 left here from Waterloo in the second quarter. Faniel gets it down to Doig, passes up the 3, foul line jumper, Bogan good. 25-19, Jermaine Bogan having a big first half for the Golden Eagles. And Damian Scott works across the timeline, guarded by Faniel. DJ Long thought about a high screen, then backed away. Scott still handles it. And a pass to Tarver that went off the referee. Would have been Cal Felker going the other way with it, but the referee's leg stopped it out of bounds. Lions ball.
Referee's part of the court.
And almost another steal by Faniel on the inbound, but Damian Scott controls it. Bringing it across the half-court line, guarded closely by Faniel. Gives it up to Long, guarded closely by Bogan. Long beats him off the glass, no good. Offensive foul. Jason Doig stepped in, and Long charged. 25-19. Clyde.
Great help side defense by Jason Doig. Slid in position. Clear-cut charge there by Long. Long made a great move to get past Bogan, but Doig was just in great help position.
1:13 left in the second period. Faniel with the ball up top, guarded by Tarver. Tarver, just a sophomore. He dribbles around the right side. He still dribbles. Now he's under the court, and he charges into Damian Scott. That's got to be 2 on Faniel.
That's Faniel's second, and a great job by Damian Scott on the help side. Faniel just lowered his shoulder and ran Scott right over, and it looks like Faniel's going to check out of the game here. Coach Jackson doesn't want to see him get his third with a minute to go in the half.
Freshman Jarrett Murray steps in place of Faniel. So you got Murray, Doig, Felker, Scott, and Long, or TJ Smith and Long in the game. Scott control, or actually I just gave you half of both teams. Damian Scott with the ball, guarded by Jason Doig. DJ Long with a high pick. Long out to the corner. Here comes a three ball from Zach Wonder off the rim. No good. Rebound Long, but he gives it up, and here's Jason Doig. Takes it up, tipped away by Scott, but he was out of bounds, and it'll be Clyde ball.
Lyons has really gone cold from the arc. They started off the game hitting the 3 or 4 threes, and now they're a little Wonder put that one up. It was a good look. He was wide open. He just couldn't get it to fall. Those guys are going to have to make a couple of those shots. DJ Long checks out, and
PA back in.
PA back in.
Like to call him the big teddy bear. 37 seconds left. Clyde to inbound. Officials having a discussion right now. Not sure what they're discussing.
Well, Scott had the steal, and when he stole it, he was out of bounds. So I'm not sure. Too many stripes out here. That's the problem.
So
there was a shot clock discussion. They wanted to make sure that they took 3 seconds off.
Shot clock's at 32 now. 37 seconds left, second period. Doig set to inbound. Alley-oop pass to Bogan. He tries to tip it in. No good. Rebound. Wonder almost turns it over, but Scott has it. Here comes Damian Scott up the right side. Looked like it might have been a foul by Cal Felker. No call. Scott from 17. Good. Much needed basket for the Lions. 25-21. 23.9 seconds left, second period. And Clyde can hold for one. It's Doig, Turner, Felker, Murray, and Bogan. And Doig brings it, or Felker, or Murray brings it across the, no, Doig brings it across the timeline. 12 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Inside to Bogan at the block, guarded by Scott. A little mismatch underneath, and it looks like he stepped on the line.
Yeah, they double teamed. As soon as Bogan caught the ball, TJ Smith was guarding Bogan's, but Damon Scott is double teaming it. Now they're calling a foul. One ref had him out of bounds. The other ref has a push. And this is what I hate about the three-man crew in Section 5 come semifinal. If you can't do it all year, don't do it when it counts the most.
And the guy who made the out-of-bounds call was right on top of it.
Yeah.
The foul came from across the court. Zach Young's livid with that call right now.
Well, actually, I think he's yelling at his kids about not giving up an easy shot here.
Faniel tried a three from the corner off the lick. 1 second left, and Justin Olsen's shot comes after the buzzer. So at the end of 2 periods here in the Class C2 semifinal game from Waterloo, Clyde-Savannah 25, Lyons 21, and we'll be right back after this.
You're doing a good job.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Alan Larson. At Seneca Meadows, landfill gas is used as fuel to generate electricity to power between 12,000 and 18,000 homes. And because this fuel is burned at high temperature, it doesn't go into the atmosphere. To learn more, watch our videos at senecameadows.com.
And welcome back to Waterloo High School, Waterloo, New York, site of the Section 5 Class C2 semifinal game between the Clyde-Savannah Golden Eagles and the Lyons. It's Clyde-Savannah 25, Lyons 21. Clyde-Savannah's 19-0 record on the line tonight, and of course a trip to the Big House. And Corsi, what's your take on the first half here? It looked like Lyons couldn't have asked for a better start, but then Clyde started to take over, getting some transition buckets and hold a 4-point lead.
Well, I think you said it. Lyons got off to a great start. They made their first 3 threes. DJ Long had 2. Damian Scott had 2, and DJ Long had 2. There was 4 threes early in the first quarter. They were hot early, and they took care of the ball, and they walked the ball up the court.
Yep.
Clyde went to some pressure. Lyons did a good job of it late in the first quarter, but in the second half really struggled against the pressure. That's going to be the key of the second half. Clyde clearly the better team talent-wise without DeSanto. You lose a player like that, and you're still better. That's how good this Clyde team is. Lyons playing some young kids that they're showing their age, they're showing their youth. Damian Scott at times looks tired. Coach Young's really leaning on Scott and Long tonight. Yep. Those guys are going to have to play 32 minutes. They're not going to get any breaks because Clyde is just picking them up full court man-to-man. They went 1-3-1 for a couple trips, Clyde did, which they like to run. Without DeSanto, they're not as big in it. And they can't afford to give up open looks to Long or Scott at any times. You really got to focus on those two kids. I think Coach Jackson made that great adjustment, played man-to-man. And if that continues, I think Lyons is going to continue to struggle here in the second half. But if they take care of the ball, they take a little time off the clock like Coach wants, get good looks and stay hot, they're going to be right in this. They're doing a good job. They got outscored 17-7 in the second, but they give Clyde too many easy baskets. If they can cut down on those turnovers and easy baskets, Lyons is in this for the long haul.
And without Damon Hunter and Josh Desane and Nick Farah was a starter. Desane was a sixth man. Desane also a very good golfer. Probably going to play golf in college. But without those 3 players, Lyons options are limited. And I was talking to Zach Young, and it's obvious that they're the underdogs heading into this game. They lost to him twice this season, and being shorthanded without last year's sectional MVP Damon Hunter. But he said that they practiced winning yesterday, and I asked him what that meant. And he said, well, we pretended we made a last-second shot, and the players came off the bench and celebrated. And he said it was a trick he learned from Jim Valvano, who cut down the nets the year
I've seen that.
Is in practice.
Yep.
Said they needed to practice cutting down the nets. So you practice winning. That was an interesting take, and certainly the way Lyons came out, they believe they can win this game.
Oh, there's no doubt. I like the strategy by Coach Young, but those 2 seniors, Damon Scott and DJ Long, they've combined for 19 of the 21 points. And Clyde's probably talking about that right now. Those guys can't hurt us. So we'll see what type of adjustments they make. On Clyde's end, I think they played well. They've missed a couple easy baskets, but that's what they got to do. They got to take away Scott, they got to take away Long, and continue to run and press and run and press. And Jim, it's not very often that you sit up here and say Lyons doesn't want to run.
Yeah.
But that's just not in their game plan tonight. They're shorthanded. And as Clyde returns to the court here, that's what they're clapping about. But I've been impressed with both teams. This is kind of a backyard brawl. Lyons doesn't want to go down no matter who's not here or who is here. And some of these kids have stepped up and done a great job and played tough. But they're going to have to take care of the ball and stay hot.
Yep. Now some of our viewers at home might be wondering, what's up? Where's all the live game action that they're accustomed to here on Finger Lakes One Sports? Section 5 does not allow us to show you live game video. So that's why we got the audio going tonight, radio style commentary, and we hope that if you weren't able to make it to the gym tonight that we're keeping you filled in on the action. And this will be the same way tomorrow night when we head up to the Big House in Rochester, the Blue Cross Arena, where a couple of semifinal games in Class A2, Geneva against Northeast Northwest Prep, and then Newark against Batavia to see who will advance to the A2 finals.
Yeah, that's a great night of basketball. Newark and Geneva have had great years. I think next year in the Finger Lakes, you're not going to have the type of players that that those two teams offer. And so this is kind of a last-ditch effort for the Finger Lakes to go up in that aid bracket and try to win. So, if you're a basketball fan, you're a Wayne Finger Lakes fan, I would definitely tune into that and see how Newark and Geneva do if you can't get up there. If you can get there, that's what I would recommend, because Batavia is going to be a formidable opponent for Newark. They always give Newark's fits. They play in a good league. Coach Buddy Brasky from Batavia has always got his team ready to play. And Northeast North Prep is also a strong city team. And, I'm sure both those coaches are concerned about getting to the finals.
And that would be a dream final for us here at Finger Lakes 1. We are, of course, root for all the Wayne Finger Lakes teams to make it as far as they can in sectionals and beyond. Now, Corsi, let's shift to college basketball. We watched that Syracuse-Duke game, and I tell you, when we got into the ACC, I said, oh boy, here we go. Every time we go down to Cameron, we're going to get screwed at the end of the game. And the very first time what happens, we get this bad call. And now you agree that it was a bad call, but you don't believe in any conspiracy theories.
Well, I don't believe in conspiracy theories, and I don't believe it was a bad call. It was a 50-50 call, and the bad part about it was it should have never been called. Referee, Tony Clark's been doing it for a long time. Let the kids decide it. I think if that bucket goes in, nobody's upset on either side.
No, it's a tie game.
And that's what you know as a referee.
Yeah.
And, let the kids win it. But Duke was 7 of 17 from the foul line. 10 seconds to go. Boeheim really should have kept his cool a little bit more. And
it's the same situation they were in against NC State, and Syracuse forced 2 turnovers in the full court press. So, yeah, the game was far from over.
Yeah.
But, some people say
Boeheim's allowed to get a little angry. He's put his time in.
In 1,200-plus games, it was the first one he has ever ejected from, which is amazing to me. He was ejected from an exhibition game once, but...
it makes better basketball for the ACC, and that's and Duke's now 6th in the country. Syracuse is now 4th in the country. Both teams staying high in the polls. I think is better for both, better for the league, better for their seedings. And Syracuse has a big game tonight, and they got to win to get that #1 seed in the East. That's really all that matters.
And with 40 seconds left on the halftime clock, we're about ready to begin third quarter play. I want to remind you about the Omen Theater. Check out the big screen and digital production at the Omen Theater on William Street in Lyons. Showing this week, The Monuments Men, starring George Clooney, Matt Damon, Bill Murray, John Goodman, and Kate Blanchett. Showtime's online at omentheater.com. And great lunches served daily at Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls. Come down and watch the big game on one of the 10 flat screen TVs at Red's Place, or visit them online at menshalloffame.com. And Seneca Meadows, responsible waste management for the next generation. See how they do it by watching their videos at senecameadows.com. And finally, our title sponsor for the season here on Finger Lakes One Sports as we cover Section 5 basketball, Generations Bank. The things you value in a bank are the deeply rooted values they've held for more than 140 years. Learn more at mygenbank.com. And Lions inbounds to start the second half. It's DJ Long with the ball, guarded by Jermaine Bogan. Bogan goes for the steal, doesn't get it. And now DJ Long looks at a three. And it's Justin Olson missing a 19-footer. And Clyde controls it down to Bogan's. Pump fakes from the wing. And now he settles down, guarded by DJ Long, back out top to Doig.
That was really an ill-advised shot by Justin Olson. He didn't seem ready. There was still 15, 20 seconds left in the shot clock. I didn't like that shot.
And Doig now takes an 18-footer from the side. No good. Rebounded by Justin Olson. And he's tied up. Tries to get it out. They're going to call a foul. And it looks like they're giving the foul to Doig.
Yeah, that'll be his second.
So now DJ Long will inbound against full court pressure. And they're having trouble getting open. They do get it into Olson, who gets it back to Scott. And now Scott controls it, guarded by Faneuil. And he'll take it across the timeline. 7:12 left, third quarter, 25-21, Clyde leads. And Scott gets it to Long, who dribbles out front, guarded by Michael Turner. Thinks about taking him one-on-one, but Doig helps out back to Deion Tarver, who then hands it off to Damian Scott. 13 to shoot for the Lions. 10 to shoot for the Lions. Scott against Faneuil. Dishes off to Olson for three from the corner. Good! Justin Olson. Big shot for Lions. 25-24. 1-point game for Waterloo. And here comes Lions. Faneuil with the ball. Deion Tarver guarding him. He gets it back to Doig. Nobody guarding Doig. He could take a shot from the top of the key or anywhere from 3 if he wanted, uncontested. He gives it up to Turner, gives it back to Doig, and now Faneuil controls up top. Turner with a pick up top. Faneuil works off and gets it to Bogan's top of the key, guarded by Long, and Long with a block in the lane, and a foul called. Look clean from up here, Kev.
Yeah, I definitely thought DJ Long got away with a clean block. That picks up his third. Just not a good call. You got all ball, and I'm not sure what they were looking at, but Clyde will take it because DJ Long needs to stay out of foul trouble. 6 minutes ago, that's his third.
I don't think you can afford to take him out.
I loved Lyons' last possession where they were very patient. Damian Scott got some penetration, kicked it out to Justin Olson. That's usually what Hunter does. You know, these guys aren't used to creating shots. Damian Scott usually shoots off a Hunter's penetration, same with DJ Long. So these guys are trying to create, doing something that they're not accustomed to doing.
Bogan misses the first and second free throw and rebounded by TJ Smith, who gives it up to Damian Scott, and now Lyons controls. Scott guarded by Doig, top of the key. Clyde-Savannah in man-to-man defense. For Lyons, it's Scott, Olson, Long, Tarver, and DJ. What's this?
DJ, it's a bucket's good.
Damian Scott dished off to TJ Smith.
But Michael Turner went up, got his hand caught in the net, flipped himself upside down and fell on his head.
And he's hurt.
He hit his head hard. Coach Jackson didn't want to go out because if he goes out, then you got to take him out.
Okay, Turner's up.
But that was a nasty spill. Turner went to block the shot. Great pass by Damian Scott. Got his hand caught in the net, his feet caught on Damian Scott, and fell and hit his head.
Hey, with that bucket, Lyons is back on top. 26-25. 5:56. So just like the game started, the second half is starting in Coach Zach Young's favor.
That was the same play they did in the first half where it went off TJ Smith's hand. He caught that one, corralled it, and went up and scored. But Damian Scott with 2 assists to start the half.
And Bogan controls it for Clyde. And he takes a jumper from 17, no good. Doig keeps it alive to Felker. And Scott saves it, throws it off Felker. It's going to be Lions basketball.
Damian Scott's kind of everywhere right now. He just made a great steal and threw it off Doig's leg. It was a good play. Playing great.
Long having trouble getting it in. Tapped away by Faneuil, and we'll try it again. So you got DJ Long inbounding the ball, hands it off to Scott, who's immediately double teamed. I don't know if that's where you want it. And he steps on the baseline. It looks like he was pushed out of bounds, but they're going to call him out, and it's going to be Clyde ball.
Yeah, it's like they not calling a foul. Nobody touched him. He fell out of bounds. They're saying he just fell. But there was a little contact there, a little body that should have been called, but there wasn't.
DJ gave it there. DJ Long gave that to Scott in a bad spot. So now Lyons inbounds. Bogans thinks about a 3 from the corner, but doesn't take it. And now he hands it off to Doig.
Yeah, the only player that really seemed to be guarding on the arc is Faneuil right now. Everybody else, even Bogans, are daring him to shoot the shot.
Bogans does shoot a 3 from the corner, and it's off the back iron. No good. Rebound by TJ Smith. Gets it to Scott, and Lyons content to slow it down with a 1-point lead. 5:11 left, third period. And here comes Scott again, guarded by Faneuil. Through the legs. Gets it to Long. Long wide open for 3, but didn't realize it. Dishes off to Olsen from the corner from 3. Off the rim, no good. And it's going to be Clyde ball.
That's another great shot and pass there to Justin Olsen. He's got to continue to shoot that. Same spot he made one. That one looked like it was going in, came out. But if Lyons is going to stay in this game, Olsen's going to have to keep burying that baseline 3-point shot.
30-second timeout by Clyde. 4:56 left, third period. 26-25 lead Lions. And
I like what Lyons is doing defensively, Jim. They're really backing off Bogans. They don't want to get up and pressure him because of the foul situation with DJ Long. So they go ahead and shoot the outside shot. That'll protect Long, and they'll also make other kids shoot it. They're really up on Faneuil, not letting him get anything off, and so far it's working. No points for Clyde in 3 minutes of action here.
Well, glad you could join us here in Waterloo, New York. The winner of this game heading to the Blue Cross Arena on Saturday for the Class C2 final. They'll face the winner of Cuba Rushford and Caledonia Mumford, playing right now as we speak at Letchworth. And here comes Clyde-Savannah. Doig bringing it across the midcourt line, guarded by Damian Scott. and he gets it back to Faneuil, top of the key. Michael Turner sets a pick, and it's Felker thought about a three, gets it to Bogan. Bogan with the ball, right wing, finds Doig, who took a step.
The fans are starting to yell to Doig to shoot it. Shoot it. You know, and you can tell he doesn't want to. He's very uncomfortable with the ball. They're taking him out now. They're going with the freshman.
Murray coming back in.
Jarrett Murray. But very uncomfortable out there is Doig, and they're in his head, Lyons. He knows he's getting disrespected, and he doesn't really know how to attack it.
Full court pressure again from Clyde, but they get it into Scott, who Faneuil got a piece of it, and Murray comes up the field, gives it to Faneuil, right side layup, no good, rebound, Olsen. And Zach Young with a timeout as when Olsen came down with that rebound, he was surrounded by 3 Golden Eagles, and I think a good timeout there by Zach to keep possession.
Well, a key play there was DJ Long came in to break that up. They're double teaming Damian Scott when he has the ball, and it's a great idea. They're going to have somebody else bring it up. I don't know who that person is for Lyons, but I'm sure Coach Young is talking about that right now. So Scott gets this turnover. They come in, and DJ Long came out of nowhere to challenge. Could have picked up his 4th halfway through here the 3rd quarter, but he was smart about it. He didn't commit a foul. And then Olsen came down with a rebound, but was in some trouble there.
Yeah, Lions having a lot of trouble inbounding the ball right now.
Struggling versus the press. They really are. If they can just handle the press and get in a good half-court set, they're all right. But getting it over that timeline has been a problem for them.
4 minutes, 20 seconds left, 3rd period, 26-25. Lions leads Clyde. And again, Lions will inbound under their own basket, facing full court pressure. And Tarver throws it long to DJ Long. Bobbled around and saved by Bogans to Turner. And Clyde controls it. And Jomaine Bogan bringing it up right now against TJ Smith.
They tried the old home run play.
Almost worked. Bogans to Faneuil off the back. And good. Nice cut by Faneuil. Nice find by Bogan. Clyde back on top, 27-26. And Lyons gets it inbounds, and Scott breaks the pressure. And will slow things down and run a little half-court offense. So Scott guarded by Murray, or Felker, Cal Felker on Scott, top of the key. To the corner to Tarver, who drives baseline, throws it off the glass, no good. Loose ball, comes up with it, it's Bogans, who finds Faneuil on the wing going the other way, finds cutting Turner, who's fouled off the glass. Offensive foul on Michael Turner. It was Damian Scott who stepped in. Clyde-Savannah up 27-26, 3:30 left, 3rd period, and once again it'll be Olsen inbounding now the ball underneath his own basket. And he finds DJ Long guarded by Cal Felker, and DJ will bring it up court.
I like this adjustment with DJ Long bringing it up. Might tire Long out a little bit, but Scott's tired. Faneuil really in his grill, guarding him in that man-to-man full court
and Long
press.
can do it.
Yep.
So now the ball's back in Damian Scott's hand. He's guarded by Faneuil. 16 seconds left to shoot. Lions in no hurry. And now Scott makes a move to the right side. Drives baseline, pass Faneuil off the glass, no good. Tipped by Long, no good. And a foul.
That's Joe Faneuil's 3rd.
Joey Faneuil picks up his 3rd foul. 5'11" senior guard for Clyde. And DJ Long will go to the free throw line with 2 shots, a chance to give Lions the lead back. First shot's up, off the front iron and rolls in. Tie game, 27-27, 3:02 left.
That was just great hustle by Long, trying to get a hand on the ball, and Faneuil trying to keep him off, commits a foul.
Second shot up, and good. Lions back on top, 28-27. And Faneuil and Bogan's working it up. Bogan has the ball at the point. Picks up his dribble, passes over to Felker on the right side. Looks inside, entry pass to Turner on the wing. Gets it tapped away by Scott, but recovers. Now Bogan looks at a 3 from the top of the key. Takes a step inside, stolen by DJ Long. He is free. Faneuil coming from behind. Long lays it up and in. 30-27. Lions on top of Clyde. 2:33 left in the 3rd period.
Well, the one thing I notice now is this Lions team believes, Jim. They believe, and that's going to be a difference for the rest of this game. I think it's going to be a close game throughout, but we'll see what happens.
And Bogan takes a foul line jumper and buries it. Boy, he is tough.
And he playing good, isn't he, without Cam DeSanto in there? Putting Clyde right on his shoulders.
30-29, and DJ Long will bring it up again. Clyde backing off the pressure a bit. Both sides of the crowd getting a little more involved right now as Damian Scott controls it against Felker up top. And he tries to take him one-on-one, gets it to Olsen from the corner, a 3 attempt. Off the front iron, no good, rebound Faniel. And here comes Clyde the other way, right side to Bogan. He traveled. Wow, they call a foul.
You know, that's the referee that's farthest out of position.
Right.
That's a terrible call. There was a baseline official, there was a trail official, and Coach Young's letting him have it, and I agree with him. Bogan's traveled. That wasn't a foul, but he's going to the line.
Where he's perfect from the night, I think, or maybe he missed
his last two, but he was perfect going into that.
And Bogan's first attempt is up, and nothing but net. Ties the game back up at 30. 1 minute, 49 seconds left here in the third period. And Jason Doig set to check back in for Cal Falker. So for the Eagles, for the last 1 minute, 49 seconds of the second quarter, it'll be Jason Doig, Jarrett Murray, the freshman, Jomaine Bogan, Michael Turner, and Joey Faniel. And Bogan's second free throw is good. So Clyde back on top, 31-30.
Bogan's just having a monster night. This kid's one heck of a player, Jim. He really is. There's a difference in him out there without Cam, and he's really trying to take over, and he's done a great job doing so far.
Yeah, and you have to wonder what it would be like if he was on another team, maybe without another, big all-league player like Cam. Doing a great job. So Scott eating up a little bit of the shot clock. About 13 seconds left. He makes a move now on Doig, gets by him, lays it off the glass, a little too hard, no good. Rebound Murray, excuse me. Rebound Jarrett Murray gets it to Bogan, who then gets it to Doig, and now Clyde seems content to take a little time with 1:10 left. Up 1 third quarter. Doig hands off to Faniel, who drives the lane. Off the glass, no good, but they're going to call a foul. That might be DJ Long. Who are they going to give this to? If it's Long, it's his fourth.
Yep.
Might be TJ Smith. It is DJ Long. 4 fouls on DJ Long.
That's big.
And he heads over to the bench to talk to Zach Young, but it doesn't look like they're going to take him out.
Adam Van Buskirk just got off the bench. Buskirk, he's going to check in for him.
So here comes Van Buskirk, the 6-foot junior forward, who's going to have to replace the DJ Long for the last minute 5 of this third quarter. Faniel's free throw, second free throw is good, 33-30. Clyde leads, 1:05 left, and more full court pressure from Clyde. Ball inbounded to Tarver. Tarver gives it back to Zach Wonder, who now works against Bogans, and he turns it over. And what do they call? They call a foul on Jason Doig there?
No.
Timeout.
Timeout, Jason Doig. Doig went down, got the steal, and immediately turned the official, called a very heads-up timeout.
So Clyde will have the ball with 55 seconds left in the third with a 3-point lead, 33-30. Bit of a low-scoring game, which is exactly what Zach Young wanted. He said if it was in the 60s or 70s, he probably wouldn't have a chance.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. As good as Lyons playing, they're down 3. And that's because of Jomaine Bogans.
Yep.
I mean, Jomaine Bogans is just dominating right now. He's also getting strong play from Joe Faniel. But Bogans is he's willing to take this team and put him on his shoulders. He's done that this quarter. Every time that Lyons seems to get a good bucket, Bogans comes back with a better play.
Now the last 55 seconds of this third quarter is going to be big. If you're Lions, you don't want to let Clyde stretch that lead. Best case scenario, you hold them here, you score, and you head in with a one-possession game heading into the fourth quarter, which I'm sure Zach Young would have been thrilled with, heading into the game.
Yeah. And who's going to guard Jomaine Bogan with DJ Long out right now? They're probably going to counter with TJ Smith. Just not as physical and as athletic, I don't think, as DJ Long.
Another call-up for Lions is 6'4" sophomore center Jordan Amel, who hasn't checked into the game. I talked to Zach Young last night. He said that he thought he would put Amel into the game a couple times. He's a big body. He not in good enough shape to run for too long. So we haven't seen him yet tonight.
Maybe too late at this point. If Long fouls out, they go with him. But kind of rule of thumb is if you don't get him in by the halftime, you might not play him. He's going to go in. He's going to be real nervous at this point.
And again, Clyde without Cam DeSanto tonight. He's dressed on the bench, hasn't played. And they inbound Doig with the ball inside to Bogan. Nice defense by TJ Smith denying Bogan the ball there. And it'll be Clyde's ball underneath the basket. 46 seconds left here in the third period from Waterloo. Bogan off the inbound jump shot from 10 feet. Nothing but net. Clyde leads by 5. Ball inbounded to Deion Tarver, working against Joey Faniel, gets across the half-court line. And he finds Adam Buskirk with it, guarded by Bogans at the top of the key. Buskirk looks to get rid of it. He does to Wonder. Zach Wonder gives it back to Damian Scott. And Scott content to burn a little more clock. 20 seconds left on the game clock, 15 seconds left on the shot clock. And Scott now has 10 to shoot, working against Jason Doig. And 6 to shoot. Finds Wonder, who thought about a 3, only 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Scott throws up a prayer off the board, misses the basket, no good. That's a shot clock violation. It'll be Clyde ball underneath.
You know, that's a bad call by the officials. They got to put more time up on that clock. The shot clearly missed the rim. About 2 seconds went off the clock before they blew their whistle for the shot clock. Yep. Here they come over, and that's a good officiating piece by these two guys.
Should be about 5, maybe even 6.
I think 4.5, I think, but we'll see what they do. And, you know, so that'll give Clyde an opportunity to get another shot off with a 5-point lead here with 2. Let's see how much time's left to go. But Jermaine Bogan's with 18 of the 35. He's got more than half the points for Clyde right now. And Joe Faneuil has 14 himself. So those two guys are carrying the load for Clyde without Cam DeSanto. And, again, I can't say enough about Joe Mann.
3.7's on the clock. Bogan's inbounds to Faneuil. Faneuil's going to get a shot at the rim off the backboard. No good. Little contact, no call.
Yeah, the Clyde fans don't like it, and quite frankly, either do I. They got a great play. They caught it to Bogan's about 3/4 court. He turned, he passed it. Faneuil caught it half court, dribbled right in, got a good look at a shot. Looked like he got fouled, but no call.
So at the end of 3 periods of play here in Waterloo, it's Clyde-Savannah Golden Eagles 35, Lyons 30. We'll be back with 4th quarter action after a word from our sponsors.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Jody Torrio. If you're like me, you've got stuff lying around the house that you want to recycle, but you're just not sure how, like broken toasters, vacuum cleaners, or microwaves. At Seneca Meadows, we have a drop-off for those. Bring in anything with a cord, and we'll make sure it's recycled properly through our partnership with 2TRG. It's that easy.
And welcome back to Waterloo High School, where Clyde-Savannah holds a 35-30 lead over Lyons here in the Class C2 sectional semifinal game. I'm Jim Sinacropi along with Kevin Korzaneski for FingerLakes1.com Sports. And Jason Doig controls the ball right side, passes to Bogan, top of the key, makes a move on Long, who's back in the game, dishes out to Turner, lays it in off the backboard and good. 7-point lead for Clyde. Lyons has to be careful here against this pressure. They give it back to DJ Long, who's playing with 4 fouls. He's working on Joe Faneuil. He drives baseline, a little out of control, blocked by Michael Turner. And Turner is excited about that play.
Yeah, he was. Good take by Long. Great take and dish by Joe Main Bogan down here, who got Turner his first points of the half. He now has 4 points.
And so it will be, for Lyons, we got Zach.
They're throwing somebody out here.
Well, they're throwing out someone from the crowd, or at least warning them.
They just called over athletic director Jeff Panic, who's the site coordinator here tonight, along with Joe Spizzato for Section 5. And somebody said something for the Lions crowd, a little too close, and now the talent pointing it out. I'm not sure if it's a warning or an ejection, but we'll let you know about that. So it's 7:30 to go, or actually the whole quarter. Coach Young says, DJ Long, we need you. You got 4, but we can't go any farther without you, and I agree with him. He's got to play, and that's just a warning from the
and inbound to Long, who pump fakes again, and he's blocked by Bogan, and here comes Bogan the other way. He's got Faneuil ahead. He gives it to him, but he can't quite handle it. He'll reset, now drive, in the lane, runner off the rim, no good, and looks like they're going to get Turner over the back. You know, it's important to point out, too, here, Kevin, that this could be DJ Long's last game in a Lions uniform.
Absolutely.
It's going to be somebody's last game at the end of this one. All the seniors on both teams potentially playing in their last high school basketball game.
Well, and that's what I think Scott and Long have been doing. They're playing like it's their last game.
Oh, boy, and Zach Wonder tried to inbound it to Damian Scott, went through his hands and out of bounds. It'll be Clyde-Savannah basketball.
That fatigue's starting to send it a little bit through, I think, Jim, with Damian. I mean, they've been running him ragged. He's going to have to really dig deep for this last 8 minutes.
So inbound to Bogan. He gives it up to Jason Doig, top of the key. Jason Doig, the 5'9" senior guard. Inside to Bogan, who's guarded by Scott with a little help from, or Long with a little help from Scott. Back out to Doig. Doig drives into the paint, right-handed layup, no good. They're going to call a foul on T.J. Smith.
Well, maybe this will get Doig going a little bit, get a little confidence. But, you know, if somebody's here scouting, which I'm sure the other two teams are, I think Coach Young's putting a great game plan together for them, although Cam DeSanto's not in the game.
Right, which the word is that Cam could have played tonight if they felt they needed him. But
yeah, he looked okay in warm-ups. You know, he looked a little ginger on it, but okay.
Doig's first free throw's up and good, and now it's an 8-point Clyde-Savannah lead at 38-30, 7:01 left here in the fourth period. And now Doig will take a second shot with a chance to extend that lead to 9 for the Golden Eagles. Takes 2 dribbles, looks, and releases. Off the back iron, no good. Michael Turner got a hand on it, but it ends up with T.J. Smith, who's double teamed. And now he gives it up to Scott, who tried to get by Doig. A little content, and there's a foul on Doig, blocking call.
Yeah, I think Damian Scott got away with a little bit of double dribble there before the block, but Lyons will take it down 8 here with 6:50 to go.
So for the Lions, it's Justin Olson, Damian Scott, DJ Long, Dion Tarver, and TJ Smith. Starting lineup in the game now for both teams, actually. And inbound to Damian Scott, who Doig fell down going for the steal. Now they got numbers. Scott to the corner to Tarver, back to Scott, and now everybody will reset. 24 seconds left, down 8. I don't think the Lions can take their time like they've been doing much of the second half. They're going to have to move. Ball to DJ Long, who works on Bogans. Goes baseline, dishes it up off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, again off the glass, no good. This time rebound by TJ Smith, but he loses it to Doig. And Clyde controls it with 6:22 left here in the fourth quarter and an 8-point lead. Doig gives it back to Faneuil, guarded by Dion Tarver at the top of the key. Doig sets a pick for him. Now he's working right side, tries to get it to Bogan at the foul line, and Jermaine Bogan hits another free throw from the shot from the free throw line. And Zach Young wants a timeout as Clyde-Savannah stretches the lead to 10. The Clyde-Savannah crowd, who's made the trip south to Waterloo, are on their feet, and they can sense a trip to the Blue Cross Arena.
Yeah, and all thanks to really Jermaine Bogans.
Doing a great job.
He's got to be shooting 80% from the floor. He's only missed a couple shots. He just buried a foul line jump shot, and they're on him. It's not like they're wide open. I mean, he's broken free once or twice, but all the shots have been tough shots. He's playing outstanding. On the other end, Lyons is really scrapping to get looks at the basket. DJ Long got a couple looks, but it was just pure will,
right,
to get those shots. Really, I think their scoring is going to have to come from Olson. I'd like to see him good a couple more. He's the only one getting wide open looks. Scott's tired.
Yep.
Long is being bothered by Bogans. And then when Scott does get by somebody, he finds another Clyde defender. Both teams doing the same thing. They're daring other players to shoot.
Right.
They're not letting the big guns go. Jermaine Bogans is the difference in this game.
No doubt. He's been unbelievable, making 10, 12 foot jump shots from the foul line, from the baseline, handling the ball for Clyde.
He just looks in control. He doesn't look tired. I don't even know if he's sweating, Jim. I mean, he's just, he's smooth out there. He's fluid. Really, those guys kind of get in each other's shadows, DeSanto and Bogans. And tonight, he's standing alone because DeSanto's on the bench.
And Chris P.A. checks in for Lyons as they inbound to DJ Long, who's working against Michael Turner as he crosses the half-court line and gives it back to Scott, guarded by Jason Doig. So it's Scott giving it to Long, who thinks about a long three-pointer, guarded by Bogans. Now he drives left, finds Olson in the corner. Colson with a dish to PA off the rim, and good! The big teddy bear gets Lyons back within 8 points. And Joey Faneuil takes the ball across the half-court line for the Golden Eagles, guarded by Dion Tarver. Gets it inside of the block on Bogan, who spins and pops and misses, and rebound by DJ Long, and here comes Lyons. DJ Long now free into the lane, and blocking call on Jason Doig as DJ's long shot goes off the rim, and the Clyde fans don't like that.
That's a great call. Doig was set, and then at the minute he said, I'm not in his way, and he slid over to get in his way, but he picked up his 4th foul there, so he's going to check out of the game. Clyde fans don't like it, but it was the right call.
So DJ Long, 2 big free throws here with 5:16 left in the fourth quarter. First one's up, off the front iron, no good. 40-42, Clyde leads as Long gets ready to take the second.
Kel Felker checks in here for Jason Doig.
So DJ Long, second attempt is up. This one's good. 7-point Clyde lead. So for Clyde, it's Joey Faniel, Joe Bogan, Michael Turner, Kel Felker, and Jarrett Murray, the freshman. And it's Faniel with the ball. High pick by Bogan. Now he's got Long guarding Faniel after the switch. Another high pick by Turner. And Faniel dribbles it far side wing. Looking at the baseline to Bogans, can't find it, takes it to himself, pulls up from 6 feet, off the rim, no good, and it's out of bounds off of the Lyons player. 2 Lyons players, PA and Olsen, went up for the rebound, and it went out of bounds. Should have been Lyons' ball there.
Yeah, good defensive possession by Lyons. Not a bad shot by Faniel, but they blew that rebound. Then again, they need everything. They need everything, and they're doing a lot. Almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Lyons down 7.
And Tim Jackson wants a timeout. So let's reset things here. 40-33, 4:47 left. What's the foul situation? It looks like Clyde has 16 fouls, Lyons with only 4.
And that'll help out Lyons. If they can start going to line, that'll get those 2 big guns rests.
Yep.
And Scott and Long. They got to convert. But that will help slow this game down to the pace that Coach Young wants it. I still think there's a lot of time. I don't think they need to rush. I still think they can take their time and get their rest because they need it. They're tired, and especially Damon Scott.
Well, nice crowd here in Waterloo. Like you said, the arena, the field house here at Waterloo, about 80% full. Not great weather tonight for a ball game. It's snowing pretty heavy outside. It tipped.
Yeah, it picked up a little bit. Towards tip-off.
A lot of people making the drive from Lyons, a lot of people making the drive from Clyde. Not many people from Waterloo here, though, huh?
No, not too many, but there's a few out there just trying to get a good Section 5 basketball game.
Cal Felker baseline looking to inbound for the Golden Eagles underneath their own basket, and it's stolen by DJ Long, who missed Deion Tarver ahead and got it knocked out of bounds from behind.
And that's where it helps that you don't have Doig in there.
They call a foul.
They call a foul. Yeah, you don't have Doig in there, so Jarrett Murray, the freshman, trying to get the ball to the big gun, Joe Bogans, but really forced it going the other way.
TJ Smith back into the game for PA for Lyons.
Yeah, they call a foul on Kel Felker, which is his 3rd.
DJ Long missed Deion Tarver ahead. Tarver would have had an easy layup, but now DJ Long to the free throw line. First of 2 is good. 40-34, 6-point Golden Eagle lead. 4 minutes, 44 seconds left here in the final period. Winner goes to the big house. DJ Long's second free throw is good. 5-point game. And Clyde-Savannah basketball, Jason Doig takes it over the half-court line. 4:34 left in the ball game. And the Lyons fans chanting defense as Doig surveys the situation. And a near steal by Tarver. And they both hit to the ground. That ball's off Joey Faniel. That should be Lyons' ball, and it is.
Yep. That's great hustle by both those kids. TJ Smith and Joe Faniel both dove for the ball. Faniel a little bit quicker, got a hand on it, but knocked it out of bounds.
PA coming back in now for Smith. It might be a little offensive defensive going on here for Zach Young.
Yeah, defensive probably rebounding as well.
Justin Olsen to inbounds underneath his own basket, gets it to PA, hands it back to Olsen. Gives it to Long, who thought about a 3 from the wing. Guarded closely by Bogans. Give it to Scott, who will reset with 26 to shoot. 4:11 left in the fourth quarter. Scott dribbling around the outside to the far side wing. Gets it to Olsen for 3 from the top of the key. Oh, Justin Olsen hit the 3. It's a 2-point game. 3 minutes, 58 seconds left. Clyde-Savannah with the ball, up 2.
That was a set play drawn up by Lyons. Olsen came off kind of wide open from the top of the key. Guy came running out.
Near steal by Tarver. They're going to call a foul on Deion Tarver. That'll be the 5th team foul for the Lyons.
Yeah, Tarver a little excited there to get a steal, and he did. He banged into Faniel. It was a great call by the officials. And here we go with PA checking out on defense.
I got to hand it to Lyons, Kevin. They're down 2 late in the fourth quarter against a team that beat them twice, won the Wayne County League, undefeated. Lyons is down 3 of their starters. Granted, Clyde is down 1 of their starters. But
Faniel also not here for Clyde, the younger Faniel boy.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but he's also out for Clyde as well.
So not a deep team to begin with. Bogans controls the ball, top of the key, guarded by the short of Scott. A little mismatch, gets it to Faniel, guarded by Tarver. and he's giving him a little bit of trouble out there, making him pick up his dribble because Turner gets it over to Doig. Doig to the corner to Bogan, who almost dribbled it out of bounds. Thought he did.
We got 4 seconds on the clock, Jim.
So how can they call that Clyde ball? Are they saying that Scott touched it?
Yeah, they said Scott hit it. And two of them right there. So maybe we missed it, but 4 seconds on the shot clock here. Inbound.
Bogan's for 3. No good. And that should be Lyons ball. 3 minutes.
Clyde ball.
You're saying that that was off of
2 Lions players hit that out, yeah. Same thing that happened a couple possessions ago where PA knocked it out fighting over the ball.
3 minutes, 12 seconds to go. DJ Long to inbound against full court pressure. He gets it to Justin Olson. Back to Long, who will now dribble up court, guarded by Jomaine Bogan. Gives it up to Scott, and here we go, Kevin. Down 2, 1 possession game. Inside 3 minutes to go with a ticket to the Blue Cross Arena at stake. 20 seconds to shoot for Damian Scott. Gets it out to Olsen, who's now guarded closely by Turner to Long. Pump fake by Doig, blocked by Bogan, out of bounds. And it's going to be Clyde ball.
Yeah, Justin Olsen's not as open as he was the last couple possessions. They're out guarding him now. DJ Long tried to take it at Bogan's. Bogan said not tonight. He swatted it, went off a Lions player, Clyde ball.
2 minutes, 44 seconds left. Clyde-Savannah clinging to a 2-point lead and their undefeated season and their hopes at a sectional title.
And one question's been answered. Cam DeSanto will not play tonight.
Absolutely
they're going to use him. This would be a good time.
Good point, good point. Doig gives it to Faniel, who pops from 3. Off the rim, no good. Felker corrals a rebound, gets it out to Doig, top of the key, and they'll reset. Fresh shot.
Huge rebound by Felker. Huge rebound. Really working hard, boxing out down there. Great job for him. A little undersized.
2 minutes, 13 seconds left in the ball game. 2-point Clyde lead. 21 seconds left to shoot, and Jason Doig in no hurry for the Golden Eagles. Gets it to the wing, to Felker. Back to Doig. Bogan's inside to Felker. Right-handed hook shot is good. 4-point lead. Scott brings the ball up against full court pressure. Gets by 1 Golden Eagle, and now he'll reset with 1:46 left. 4-point ball game, 4th period. Scott with a crossover, and he's fouled by Bogan, who stepped up to defend him, and that'll be free throws. So anytime that Lions down 4 here can score points without the clock running.
Well, I want to tell you that if Clyde hangs on to this game, they were up 2. They took a bad shot. Cal Felker did a great job getting the offensive rebound. Then they kicked it back out, took a little time off the clock. Bogans found Felker underneath. Looked like he didn't know what to do with it. Went up a little bit of hook, made the basket. That's a huge possession for Clyde right now.
First free throw good by Scott. So we're back to a 1-possession game, 42-39. Scott with a second free throw to tie it. Scott's second free throw is good. 2-point game. 1:41 left in the 4th quarter. Plenty of time. And the Lions fans are on their feet chanting defense as Doig blows by Scott. Gets it to the corner to Felker, who gets it back out top to Doig, and they're going to call Scott with a foul. Scott reached in on the pass from Felker.
That's only Lyons' 5th team foul, 6th team foul now. So the next one will be bonus for 1-on-1. And some of these guys for Clyde that look a little nervous out there, I'd be interested to see what they do on the foul line.
Yeah, that's true. Inbounded to Faniel. They're going to call an offensive foul
on Cal Felker.
On Cal Felker.
Two of those last 2 calls are just, I'm amazed by them. I mean, very touch things, and I think the referees are getting caught up in the excitement of the game. Yeah. And that happens.
I'm a big believer in letting the players decide it.
Of course you are after Saturday night.
And Lyons set to inbound, gets full court pressure, a little trouble, lofts it up to Scott.
Coach Young got a little nervous, called a quick timeout.
Okay, they got the ball in. Zach Young trying to avoid the 5-second.
That's one of the ones as a coach you say, oh no, wait. You know, and I understand what Zach's doing. That was close to a 5-second. Looked like they might have had a 3-on-2 coming the other way, but at least they still have the ball.
And there's 1 timeout left now for Zach, so it wasn't your last one. 1:27 seconds left. Clyde has 2 timeouts. Lions 1, 42-40. Clyde with a 2-point victory. And boy, I'll tell you what.
Not victory yet.
That 2-point lead, 2-point lead. Looking for the victory.
Yeah, you know. And Lyons doing a great job defending Bogans. Clyde's doing a great job of taking away Long and Scott. You know, both teams are executing defensively. Who's going to step up, reach down deep, and finish this game for Lyons and Clyde? I expect it to be either Faneuil, Bogans, Long, or Scott.
Right.
Get everybody else out of there and let them play 2-on-2.
Well, at this point, you know, Clyde coming in favored, that's out the window. Now it's just, like you said, a matter of which senior is probably going to make the big play and send their team to the Blue Cross Arena.
Yeah, I'd like to see if Lyons could free up Olsen for another 3 here. You know, they're not, Clyde's still not real concerned about him, but they're going to guard him.
So Olsen inbounding the ball now. He gets it into DJ Long, who gets it back to Scott, who will bring it across the half-court line, guarded by Joe Faneuil, the senior point guard and quarterback of the football team. DJ Long now has it, gives it back to Scott, top of the key, thinks about a drive. He goes by Faneuil, and it's blocked by Michael Turner. And Deion Tarver fouled Joey Faneuil going the other way, preventing a run out. Probably a pretty good foul there, although it was a hard foul.
Yeah, it got ugly both ways. Scott, after he released the ball, Turner blocked it, but they collided. Could have been a little bit of a late foul call there, but it wasn't. And then Tarver with a blatant, not blatant as in flagrant, but just he was trying for the ball and he knocked him over. Good call.
Big time
Faneuil
block
going
shot.
to the line here. He's 2 for 2 on the night, so we'll see what he does with these this 1-on-1.
Big time block shot by Michael Turner.
Oh, big time.
And Lions fans making some noise, trying to disrupt Faneuil, whose first shot's up and good. 3-point game, 43-40. Minute 7 left here in the 4th. And Faneuil will try to make it a 2-possession game with this one. Shot is up and good. Big shots by the senior. And now Tim Jackson's got a timeout. That'll leave the Golden Eagles with just 1. And minute 7 left, Lions ball. They're going to need a bucket this possession.
Yeah, I think Jackson, that's a great timeout by Jackson. He's got 2 left with a 4-point lead. Reevaluate, get his kids to check what's going on.
One more left, one timeout left.
One timeout left each. So he had 2, though. Got rid of 1. I think what he's trying to tell his kids, Scott Long, and don't leave Olsen open. You know, and they don't want to foul, so great timeout, get his kid organized. And go ahead, Jim.
I was going to say, it looks like Clyde's going to come back with TJ Smith, DJ Long, Justin Olsen, Deion Tarver, and Damian Scott, their starting lineup. For Clyde, it will be Joey Faneuil, Jason Doig, Cal Felker, Michael Turner, and Joe Maine Bogan. So starting lineups in the ball game for both teams.
And we'll see if Lions will have trouble with this pressure again. They've had trouble with it all night.
Again, it'll be Justin Olsen inbounding underneath his own basket. And he gets it to Tarver, who's guarded by Faneuil, gives it up to Scott, and here comes Lyons. So with 1 minute left to play, 27 seconds on the shot clock, DJ Long gets the ball working on Bogans. Back out top to Scott, guarded closely by Faneuil. Long thought about a 3, went by him.
Got foul on Bogans, reach in on Bogans.
Wow. It looked like Long got by Bogan clean, but they called a foul. DJ Long would have had about a 6-7 foot runner, but instead he'll go to the line with a chance again to make this a 2-point game.
And not a bad, I think Lions would have got a couple points out of that, so it's not a terrible call there for Clyde. Make him earn it on the free throw line.
DJ Long's first shot is up and good. 44-41. Clyde-Savannah, 49.2 seconds left in the ball game, and DJ Long set for the second free throw. Up and off the back iron, no good, almost rebounded by Tarver, tipped away, and it's Jason Doig comes up with it. Gets it to Faneuil. Faneuil brings it across the half-court line, and now Clyde will set up.
And foul Doig.
They're looking to foul. Nope.
No, they're not.
They're just trapping. They're trapping.
Oh, they almost had a steal by Tarver there.
So Doig with the ball, gets it to Faneuil. 16 seconds to shoot, 26 seconds left in the ball game. 12 to shoot, underload, a Falker blocked by Damian Scott. They're calling a foul on that? Are they calling that foul on Damian Scott closing?
They're calling the foul. It's on TJ Smith.
Okay.
But I don't like it. I understand where you're going with it. It was a pretty good block.
Wow.
And so we'll see. You know, he's now, but not a bad position here. Late in the shot clock, we've got Cal Felker, who's played a big role, I think, in this fourth quarter going to the line. He can improve his role here.
Shooting 1-on-1, first one's up and good. And so with 20.7 seconds left, that's a 4-point game, and Felker has another shot coming. Chris P.A. checks in for TJ Smith, and also Zach Wonder checks in for Tarver.
You know, if Clyde goes on to win a sectional championship, I want this fourth quarter remembered by Kyle Felker.
He made another one. He made a second free throw. Yep. And, oh boy, bad foul by Doig. He went for the steal, and now Damian Scott's going to go to the free throw line, and that's Doig's 5th foul.
That's probably the worst thing Clyde could have done right there. You foul out one of your point guards. You send Scott to the line. No time's come off the clock. Lions down 5 with 20 seconds to go.
So Scott, if he makes both of these, makes it a 3-point game. 20 seconds left in the ball game. 20.4 seconds to be exact. 46-41. Clyde-Savannah leads. Jason Doig fouls out, and the freshman Jarrett Murray checks into the ball game.
And Jarrett Murray's played a lot tonight. He hasn't really played like a freshman, so that doesn't hurt him too much. But I know I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Cal Felker with a big offensive rebound, the 2 points, and then the 2 foul shots. In the last 5 possessions, I think he's played pretty big as a role player.
First shot by Scott rolls it over the top of the front iron and in. 4-point ball game.
Scott 3 for 3 now from the foul line.
And this is a big one here.
Yes.
So they got Zach Wonder coming out, TJ Smith coming back in for Lyons, a little offensive, defensive. And
if the freshman catches it, he's who I'm following.
Second free throw by Damian Scott is up. And good. Damian Scott, 2 big free throws for the senior, makes it a 1-possession game. And Lyons is going to press, obviously, with 20
deny
seconds
everybody,
left.
let 30 catch it. You know, let
the freshman catch it. Instead,
right. It
goes to Bogans, and Vaughn doesn't want to foul.
Holy cow!
Loose ball, and Damian Scott has it. They're calling a timeout, Lyons. Who was it? Damian Scott or TJ Smith? One of those two guys got the ball, called timeout.
Scott knocked it free.
Unbelievable.
Bogans took 3 too many steps. Then Scott knocked it away. Smith picked it up and called a timeout. Lyons is now out of timeouts. 15 seconds to go, down 3. Coach Zach Young has a decision to make. He puts Olsen, checks Olsen into the game during the timeout, which is a great call. Go for 3 in the tie, or you can go for 2. It's early, but you're playing underman, so he's probably going to look for a 3, and if they can get a 2, that's fine. He doesn't need the 3 right away.
I like a quick shot in this situation, because if you wait too long, that's it. Last possession, You're going to have to take a 3. If you can get a quick shot, get it up.
And you're not playing for the win here. You're playing for a tie, so you want to score as quickly as you can.
Wow, this game has been better than advertised here.
I can't believe the amount of steps Bogan took before
they didn't call that.
That was unbelievable to me. But they got the ball anyway, so it worked out.
Do you see who that was that came up with it? Was it
It
TJ
was Smith, yeah.
It was Smith.
Scott
What a great
knocked it
heads-up
free,
play.
and Smith jumped on the ball and called the timeout. We got Olsen, we've got Long, we've got PA, probably in to set the screen. Scott and Van Buskirk.
So here we go. Olsen
No, they're trying to get
tries to get it in. They get it to Scott in the corner. Thinks about 3. Lets it go. Off the rebound, DJ Long. Layup off the rim and no good. Clyde rebound and a foul. And DJ Long picks up his 5th foul. Not a great look by Scott, but it was about 2 feet behind the line from the corner. Just rolled off the rim. DJ Long with a big rebound. Tried to put it back. Just rolled off the rim. And it was Joe Faneuil with the rebound, who was immediately then fouled by Long, who is now coming out of the game, and he's very emotional. This could be his last game in a Lions uniform, hugging assistant coach Dean Schott, and now he sits on the bench.
Well, this is a big free throw. Faneuil can knock this down. He's shooting 1-on-1. If he can knock the first one down, he can put this game out of reach with 8 seconds left.
This shot could be the ball.
2 great looks by Lyons. Sky had a great look, and I thought it was in, Jim. I thought it was going in.
Faneuil, free throw, up. Good! Man, ice water in his veins for the senior quarterback.
He's perfect on the line.
He did every one of them. 4-point lead, 7.9 seconds left in the 4th. Lions will have to work quick after the second shot from Faneuil. Faneuil shots up, off the back iron, no good. Rebound by Smith, out to Scott, who dribbles up. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, to the corner. Zach Wonder for 3. Air ball, rebound, Michael Tudor. The Clyde-Savannah Eagles move to 20-0. and head to the Blue Cross Arena for the Class C2 Sectional Championship game. What a ball game here in Waterloo. We'll be right back to wrap it up here on FingerLakes1.com Sports. 47-43 your final.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Alan Larson. At Seneca Meadows, landfill gas is used as fuel to generate electricity to power between 12,000 and 18,000 homes. And because this fuel is burned at high temperature, it doesn't go into the atmosphere. To learn more, watch our videos at SenecaMeadows.com.
And Jim Sinacropi back here in Waterloo High School with Kevin Korzaneski for Finger Lakes One Sports. What a game. Your final 47-43. Clyde-Savannah Golden Eagles headed to the Big House in Rochester on Saturday for the Class C2 sectional final game. And we have with us here the horse for Clyde-Savannah, who really stepped up, Kevin, and had a huge game tonight in the absence of Cam DeSanto. Senior center Joe Main Bogan. Joe Main, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So going into the game, did you guys know Cam wasn't going to play, or was he a game-time decision?
Well, you know how it is. Cam's saying he wants to play, he's going to play, but we all told him he couldn't play.
You want him to rest
Yeah.
up. You thought you didn't need Cam to get this victory tonight.
Well, we let him suit up just in case he could come in, shoot a couple threes, but we weren't planning on playing him the whole game.
Now, I got to ask you, Joe Main, going into tonight, did you think it would come down to the last 30 seconds against Lyons without Damian Hunter and Farah and crew?
Yeah, it's always a good game. It's Clyde Lyons. It's the third time this season they really want to beat us because we beat them twice. It's going to be a tough game. We knew that coming in.
Yeah, and it was. I was surprised. So I'm glad that you weren't, because I like to hear from kids that know. I was surprised. But you seemed at times it's always hard when you play with another great player. You know, you kind of come underrated. You're sometimes in each other's shadows. But you both are very unselfish, and that's what makes this team great. Coach Jackson does a good job with you guys. But tonight was kind of, okay, Cam's out. So it's time for me to step up. I mean, tell us about how that process went for you tonight.
Coming into the game, I knew I was going to have to step up. Joey Faniel, too, he knew he was going to have to step up. I knew that Lyons was going to come in drawing a lot of attention to me in the post, so they told me just go to the basket and try to draw fouls on them.
Yeah, you ended up with 20 points. But I think you only had 2 clean looks at the basket. And a lot of shots you were hitting over Lyons defenders. I thought you played outstanding. Your shooting percentage was great. Your foul shooting was good, and you seemed under control the whole night. I give you a lot of credit. It seems to me at times you just had Clyde on your back and said, let's go, boys. You know, we got to get back to the big house.
Yeah, Coach says not to get out of control. Don't go too fast. Play at our own pace.
Yeah, you did a good job of that.
And Joe Main, it was the seniors stepping up for you guys, yourself and Joey Faniel. Making some big free throws down at the end. You know he's going to knock those down at the end?
Yeah.
And certainly a great guy to have confidence as you head back to the Blue Cross Arena trying to repeat as sectional champions. So it'll be either Cuba Rushford or Cal Mum that you'll face on Saturday at the Blue Cross Arena. You have any familiarity with either one of those teams?
We looked at them. They seem undersized compared to us. We're just going to get the ball inside like we always do all year.
Let me ask you one more question about another teammate. I made a big deal out of the last couple minutes. You made a great pass to him. You had 20 points, but I think you ended up with 4 or 5 assists unofficially. Lyons, every time he caught it, was sending 2 guys at you. You found Cale Felkner on the baseline. He made a little bit of a baby hook. I don't know if that's in his repertoire or not, but he had an offensive rebound to give you guys the ball back, and then you found him underneath. It seems like you had confidence in him, and he made a big shot. I thought Cale Felkner played great in the last 2 minutes of that game.
He's a big man in a little guy's body.
Yeah, he plays
gets
hard.
Boards, plays defense.
Yeah, I agree. And sometimes Cal Felker gets overlooked because you got Cam DeSanto and Faniel and Turner. And
he's the first man to come off the bench.
You know what I mean? But he came in tonight, and I think he was just as pivotal as anybody else. And you got to have that when you want to win sectionals and you want to go towards states. You got to have everybody step up. And you guys seem to have a lot of confidence in each other out there.
Yeah.
Is that still the ultimate goal, the state championship? Or one step at a time?
One step at a time.
Now, this guy's a state champ over here to your right. Minders Academy 1992. Kevin Korzaneski was on the 92 team. They won a state championship along with Matt Berkey, Jerry Anderson. Any tips for Joe Main as they head forward? When did you start thinking state championship, Kevin, when you made your run?
The funny thing was Lyons was in our classification when we played, and they were really good, and we didn't know who'd get past that game.
And Joe Main wasn't even born yet, I should add.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he wasn't. And once we beat Lyons in the we had won sectionals, and then we had to play them in the crossover to see who would go play the Buffalo team. Once we beat Lyons, handedly, by the way, Coach Schott Sr.'s team, and once we beat them, then we said to ourselves, the sky's the limit. So, but you got to take one game at a time, Joe Main, and that's all you do. You look at your next opponent, and anything that happens after sectionals is gravy. You never know who you're going to run into. You never know if somebody's going to get hurt, like Cam DeSanto. And so, my advice would just be one game at a time and trust each other. Yeah. And I think you guys are doing that already. Yeah.
Well, Joe Main, congratulations on a great game tonight. Great win. Returning to the big house to play Saturday. I believe it's at 1 o'clock against the Cal Mum Cuba Rushford winner. Good luck the rest of the way, and congratulations on a great season and career.
Thank you.
Good. Give me that back there. And if you get a chance, tell Coach Tim Jackson to come up and talk to us.
Hey, we'll be rooting for you, buddy. Good job.
Yep, way to go. So obviously, Corsi, not the first time we've talked to Joe Main Bogan here on Finger Lakes One. He's been a guest on Post Game Show. He's been in our studio for the Upstate Hoops podcast, and great kid. And pretty much all the kids that we cover throughout the year are pretty good kids. That's the one thing that impresses me the most. They're mostly respectful, team players.
Yeah, and it is nice to see him coming up and not saying, "Hey, we thought we were going to kill Lyons." You know, they said it's Clyde Lyons, and I was really impressed with Joe Main Bogans tonight. Bogan, he was just calm. He was cool. He kind of slowed down. He didn't go too fast. He put Clyde on his back, and I was really impressed. I loved Clyde's game plan, both game plans, really. Coach Young and Coach Jackson, these guys know each other better than anybody. And Coach Young slowed it down. He did a great job doing that. And Clyde tried to speed him up. He did a great job doing that. And I think he wore on Long and Scott, who played great early, but really struggled late because of the fatigue and
foul
just
trouble
mentally.
For Long.
Yeah, Long got in foul trouble.
But they hung in there, and it's a great credit to Lyons. They were down 10 points.
40 to 30.
Late.
40 to 30. And so they scored 13 and they held Clyde to 7.
It's funny, too, because I talked to a lot of people, leading up to this game, and they all said the same thing. Lyons doesn't have any chance. It's going to be a blowout, and it was anything but. As a matter of fact, when that last ball shot from the corner, that last 3 ball from Scott was in there, we both thought that was going in.
I thought that shot dropped, and then Long got the rebound and missed a shot that he makes.
Yeah.
I remember Zach Young, they lost to Minders last year, and they got a great look too, and the shot, I think it might have been Long, shot just rolled out. So I really feel bad for those seniors from Lyons, but they can go home and they can leave this career behind. And they said those 2 guys, they left everything out on the court.
Yeah, and DJ Long and Damian Scott, sectional title last year in C2. I think Clyde moved from C3 to C3, so they both won a sectional title last year. DJ Long, Damian Scott, Wayne County champions in their sophomore year, co-champions in their junior year. So a great career, and DJ Long especially has always been one of my favorite players because he seems to do whatever asked of him, and is really kind of the glue that holds their whole team together. And without Damon Hunter playing tonight, I just thought a really impressive job by Coach Zach Young, his staff, and the kids for Lyons, and they got nothing to be ashamed of, taking an undefeated Clyde-Savannah team and tops ranked in the state to the right down to the wire on a neutral court. So.
Yeah, great job by, a great job by both coaches. I thought, Zach, his game plan was great, and what Jackson countered with was also great. So
I'm going to see if we can get Zach up here.
All right, well, I'll talk to Coach Young. Yeah, see if he can come up here and tell us a little bit what he thought. I think he'll echo a lot of same things we said. But he's got to be proud of those kids tonight. As as him and Coach Jackson meet right now, they left everything out there, and there's nothing more you can ask for. They had a shot with 5 seconds left, but by probably their best shooter in the game, Damian Scott, or best player, and that shot looked good and just rolled out.
Well, actually, it looks like Tim Jackson might be coming up here. Can't tell. Did you see if Joe Main told him?
I don't know if Joe Main told him, but Zach's doing an interview with the paper right now.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, you know what, Corsi, let's wrap it up. We're going to be back online tomorrow night from the Blue Cross Arena in Rochester for Geneva against, actually, first game is going to be Newark Batavia at 7:15, Class A2 semifinal. Then the other Class A2 semifinal after that, Geneva against Northwest College Prep. And had a great time working with you. I should mention this is the first ball game I've ever called.
Yeah, you did a great job, and it was fun, and the kids made it easy because they made it competitive. So it's always a lot better when you did that. But both our first radio game, really.
Yeah, really, no images.
Your first all time, and no images, and you did a great job tonight.
Well, thanks, Corsi. Pleasure working with you. For Kevin Korzaneski, I'm Jim Sinacropi from Waterloo, New York. Final score, Clyde-Savannah 47, Lyons 43. The Golden Eagles stay undefeated and head to the big house. Have a good night, everybody.